Deduction, please.
Well, we think we're going to go with them. We think it's Mrs. White, because she's a mad alcoholic. We still think it was...
Excuse me, Mr. Bleedy. Are the defectives allowed to make remarks like that?
I think personal asides should be somewhat limited.
I apologize,
your deduction,
Mrs. White. Yes, we still think it was with poison, because there's a lot of evidence. And where do we think it is?
In the library.
Library.
So you're saying it's Mrs. White with poison in the library. You're right on 2 of those assumptions, but I'm afraid only 2. David and Andrew, your deductions, please.
Well, we still say Mrs. White.
Why are you so keen on Mrs. White?
Mrs.
Yes,
White.
I'd like to know that too.
It's a tough world, madam. I'm afraid I think the business of the takings last year, Mrs. Peacock putting a policeman on to her in the Dragon, has been too much, Mrs. White. And as happens in these cases, I think she might have put some poison into a drink.
Where?
We think that if the television is in the drawing room, then that's where it happened. That's correct.
Well, I can tell you that you're right in assuming that the drawing room was where the dreadful deed took place. The lemonade was indeed poisoned, but as the suspect... Well, it was indeed Mrs. White.
If only Mrs. Peacock had confided in me, what was I supposed to think when they stopped talking as soon as they saw me? How was I supposed to know that P.C. Jones was only making sure the proceeds weren't stolen like last year? When I recognized his voice in that dragon suit, I panicked. I thought he was watching me. I remembered talking to Mr. White when the dragon was around. I thought nothing of it at the time. But what had P.C. Jones heard? Did he now know about my borrowing? Not that I was taking much, you understand. Just the odd bottle of a decent vintage and a nip or 2 of malt whiskey and... But little knick-knacks, I'm sure Mrs. Peacock would have told me to help myself to, if only she'd thought of it. To have the law breathing down my neck. Well, I was paranotic. I thought I could lose my job, my home, and what would happen to me then? I had another little drink to steady my nerves, and I realized there was only one way out. I had to get rid of him before he could tell on me. I saw him go inside, and I followed him and offered him a lemonade, it being so hot in his costume. He was very grateful for it. Well, he wasn't to know it was poisoned. If only I'd known he wasn't after me. I know I shouldn't have done it, and now I'm filled with resource.
There we have it. Mrs. White, fearful of being discovered, murders P.C. Jones by poisoning his lemonade in the drawing room. My apologies to the other 5 murder suspects this evening. You are, of course, totally exonerated. Thank you for your help in our inquiries.
Thank you.
My commiserations to our unsuccessful team of detectives this evening, Tony and Coretta. And our congratulations to David and Andrew, a perfect answer. And I hope you'll join us again at some time in the future when murder will once again be in the air at Arlington Grange on Cluedo. Good night.